This episode of Beers and Brawls is proudly brought to you by Shifty Lizard Brewing Co. Amazing little brewery down in Wollonga, serving up awesome ice cold beers on tap. They also have a kitchen that has amazing burgers and chicken wings. If you can't get down to Wollonga, they have another venue in Adelaide CBD called Harddaysnigh, where they have all their beers on tap, plus they've paired up with a few other food trucks there. So, if you're looking for something to do on your next weekend free, get down to Wollonga or Hard Days Night, make a day of it, try all their beers, try their food, you'll love it, I love it, it's one of my favourite places. So, cheers. That's a good drop. Welcome to Beers and Brawls, show where my guests and I drink beer and talk all things wrestling. I'm your host Jared, and thank you for joining me on another episode of Beers and Brawls. Another big thank you to our sponsors, Shifty Lizard, keeping us hydrated throughout this episode. Now tonight we have a big episode for you. We have a wrestler who's mainly at Wrestle Rampage, but you have seen him at Riot City, PWSA. He was one of the first ever tag team champions at Wrestle Rampage. He's been over in Japan and worked his craft there as well. He is the Wrecking Ball, Will Gibson. Wrecking Ball.
Hey, here you go, mate.
Thank you for joining me, mate.
Thank you for having me on.
No, I appreciate you giving up your night to come join us. And before we get underway, let's have a bit of a cheers.
Yeah, for sure.
Get some beer flowing.
Cheers, man.
Thank you. But no, thank you, man. So, how's everything been? How's the body feeling? I know you've had a few matches recently, so how's everything going?
Yeah, no, not too bad. A couple of niggling injuries, as you'd be aware of, pretty common through the business.
Yeah.
But just doing my rehab and trying to get back on track and feeling good. Yeah,
absolutely. And you just come off the Conquest tournament at Rampage?
What a grueling event that was.
Big night that is for you guys.
Yeah, bloody hell. It was a good night, good high energy night, really good competitors, and I was in really good shape that night. I was able to make it through to the final round, but unfortunately, the injuries sort of got the better of me towards the end, and Dusk was able to get the one up. Yeah,
well, that happens, unfortunately. That's 3 matches then to get to the final, is it? Or
yeah. So the 2 qualifying and then the final match.
Yeah, so right. we put in 3 matches in one night. That's a huge effort, and come up against a guy like Dusk, who's pretty good in his own right.
He's a phenomenal wrestler.
Unfortunately, didn't get the win there, but great effort anyway, man.
No, thank you.
I caught a bit of the show, and I always love watching those shows, so it was good to see the effort you put in, man. Really respect.
Well, gave them all.
Putting 3 matches is not an easy feat. So no, not something I wouldn't want to do anyway.
Yeah.
But you spent some time. You were at PWSA recently.
Yeah. Got to had a little running thing with me and Joey and Leah and Axe. Formed a little coalition.
Yeah.
And called out Masters of Mayhem.
Yeah.
They would run their mouth. They wanted someone to fight, so we gave them someone to fight.
Yeah, well, the Kings of Ruin, the Masters of Mayhem, whatever you want to call them. They're tough bastards themselves.
Yeah, thanks for correcting me.
That's all right.
One too many knocks to the head. I forget shit.
No, all good, mate. Havoc's on there, so you're gonna get the name wrong, but I'm sure they'll be up for another fight over that anyway.
Yeah.
But how was it like going to PWSA anyway? Going back there and having a
different experience. It's always good to get out and get the experience with other organisations and how they run, and just gives you an appreciation for the business as a whole. Seeing that how everyone operates and the different levels at which they are able to coordinate things. So
absolutely, man. Awesome. All right, I reckon we should get into our questions.
All right, fire away.
So we've got a new method. We've dropped the timer, so people that are fans of the show, we used to have a timer, but we've got rid of that because why put them under pressure? I guess
I buckle under pressure.
We want to hear their stories. So first question: who are you? What are you all about? What's the Wrecking Ball all about?
Well, for me, it's always been about the fight for me. That's something that I fell in love with from day one when I started training, was the physicality and the competition. So for me, I've always gone in with 100% focus and intensity when I go into a fight.
Yeah.
And that's just how I like to operate. I like to get in there, get aggressive, and really duke it out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's all we got to say. I love it. When did you start wrestling?
2006.
Oh, nice.
I started. I was 16 years old.
Wow.
And I'd done nothing but play Nintendo my whole life. Obviously a big fan of the sport. And and we used to muck around in the backyard, like me and my brothers and some mates, as you do. No one listens to the "do not try this at home" warning.
That spurs you on even
more. So we muck around in the backyard, and it was actually Bones Malone, his mum, bumped into our trainer, Hartley Jackson, in line at the bank.
Oh, wow.
And he was wearing a wrestling shirt, and she just sparked up a conversation like, oh, my son and his friends like wrestling. Jag had just gotten back from training in Japan, and he just started up his dojo.
Oh, nice.
So we were the first trainees through the door, me, Greg, Bones, and my old tag partner, Dick Donovan.
Yeah, nice.
We were the first 4 people through the doors. And from day one, having never done anything physical at all, it was just all fucking cardio. And it tore me apart, and I just fell in love with it. Nice. Like, just the physicality, the hurting pain, the digging deep and seeing what you actually have inside you.
Yeah.
I'll never forget doing laps of fucking light square. Never been a runner. We were doing laps of light square. We started off with just five jogging laps and then a sprint lap.
Oh,
that was the start of the tryout. First thing we did. Halfway through the sprint lap, cramps from the bottom of my glutes all the way down my calves in both legs. I'm like fucking stumbling to walk. And I'm like, that was like, what, 15 minutes in?
Yeah, wow. First
that was,
day. And you haven't looked back. Wow.
Yeah.
So approaching 20 years soon.
Yeah, not far off. I think we're
nice.
into the 18th year now.
Yeah, wow.
So, more than half my life.
I breezed over that in the intro, sorry. But,
no, that's all right.
Legend of the game. Favourite wrestler and why, if you could sort of nail it down to a couple.
Chris Benoit.
Nice.
He's always been my favourite wrestler from the moment I started watching him.
Yeah.
Same sort of reason, the physicality, the intensity that he brings into a match.
Absolutely.
He's just like one of the best to ever grace the ring.
Yeah.
Excuse what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think everyone, if you're a true fan of the sport, a true fan of wrestling, you can take that out of it, and then you look at what he actually did in the ring.
Oh, and just absolutely phenomenal master of his craft. He's just always has been and always will be my favourite wrestler.
Yeah, I like that answer, man. What's the favourite match of yours that you've been a part of?
Of mine? There are so many.
Can you name a couple if you want?
I'll name a couple. Couple of my matches from when I was overseas in Japan that I really enjoyed, that unfortunately I don't think anyone will ever get to see.
Oh, wow.
But had a tag match with Otani and Tanaka, and it was me and their champion at the time at 0-1. His name was Dylan. So it was me and Dylan against Otani and Tanaka, and it was just a dojo show.
Yeah, okay, yep.
One of my favourite matches ever.
Nice.
It was just that same thing, like bringing in all the aspects of what I'd learned while I was over there, the intensity, the physicality, and it was one of the matches that I walked away from really learning something from it as well.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's right up there. I've had an absolute belter again that no one will ever get to see because the camera cut out and didn't record it. But an absolute belter with J-Rock.
Okay, yeah.
Or what's his name now? Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
We just had I reckon it was like a 20-minute slobber knocker.
Yeah.
Absolutely high intensity, amazing match. One of the ones you walk back and everyone's like, "Holy shit, that was amazing!"
Nice.
And then we found out the camera didn't record it, so I've never seen it back.
Oh wow.
So
that would be the worst.
Yeah. Like recorded most of the show, and then the last 2 matches of the show, the camera died.
Oh man, of course it does. It always happens like that.
Yeah.
Your dream opponent in Australian wrestling at the moment?
At the moment. There are some names out there. Who would I want to... You know what? I actually did get to live this one for a long time. I've always wanted to have a match with Link.
Okay.
Link Barnett.
Yep.
He's always been someone that I've admired what he can do in the ring, and I thought the dynamic of us together could work really well.
Yeah.
And yeah, got to have that match at Conquest, which was good. But obviously, I would like to do one fresh, not having come off a fight.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'd like to have a singles with him.
Yeah.
I think I've been lucky enough to have matches with most of the people that I would have wanted to have matches with.
Yeah, nice.
There's this bloke Redshaw. He's pretty good. Wouldn't mind getting in the ring with him once.
Oh yeah, I've heard things about him. He gets around. Hopefully one day he'll get in the ring with you. We'll see.
Yeah.
Wrestler in Australian wrestling, you were challenged to a drinking competition.
There's no challenge.
No challenge?
Nah.
All right.
I've gotten out with some of the best of them.
Nice.
I actually got a story about fucking Istria. Back when he was younger, but when I was younger as well, we were getting ready to go out for the night. We were going to go out with the boys and the girls too. Sorry, don't mean to cut them out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were all going out as a group after we'd wrestled at the Royal Adelaide show. I come to an end. We'd wrestled for 9 days and going out to tear it up and have a good night. And Istria and me being young and broke, like, get a Cascagoon. Istria's like, oh yeah, let's do it. Let's see who can finish the Cascagoon first.
Oh,
and I'm like, oh, you're on, man, you're on. And so every now and then he'd bring out the cask, let's go. And they would just start drinking from the cask. He wasn't fucking drinking from the cask, was he?
Oh, really?
Nah. I was sculling it. I'm going to beat him. And the whole time he's pretending to drink. I got fucking hammered. Apologies to Madison Eagles for what happened that night. Fucking suplexed it through a table.
Oh, Jesus.
Not intentionally. I was just drunk and idiot. I'm like, yeah, I got you. And then I fell over and fucking took it through a table. Oh, shit.
Oh, wow. Well, okay. Well, there's no challenger then. Maybe we can find someone for you. That'll be interesting. That'll be a good mission for us. Most embarrassing moment in the ring for yourself?
Oh, see, that's hard because I don't get embarrassed.
Okay.
That's one of the things you lose pretty quickly when you have to go half naked in front of 1,000 people.
Yeah,
you don't really get embarrassed anymore.
Yeah.
No, I actually couldn't pick it. There's nothing I walked away from going, oh shit, that was embarrassing.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. That's all good. That's what you want. Your wrestling goals currently?
Currently?
Yes.
I'd like to hold the Australian national title. That's the goal. That's the road that I'm on at the moment.
Yep.
I'm not getting any younger.
No.
So putting in the hard yards to get myself in shape is... I admire Havoc. I really admire what he's done.
Yeah.
For him to have been wrestling for 25 years and still be at the top of his game.
He's gone up a level, yeah.
That's sort of my goal. I don't want to get to 40, 45 and be crippled.
Yeah.
I'd like to be able to move like he still moves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have the strength he still has, the passion he still has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, also awesome goal, man. Hopefully you can achieve that. What's a match type that you would never want to compete in?
Lingerie.
That might get you an embarrassing moment there. Is there any match types that you haven't done that you would love to do?
A cage match.
Yeah.
Never done a cage match.
Yep.
Yeah. I've been lucky enough to have had a few different types. Actually, you know what? Texas bull rope match.
Okay, nice.
Never been involved in one of those. I think that would be interesting and
cool.
dynamic.
Yeah. I like that. Cage match is normally the common answer, but the bull rope match is a really cool answer. I like that. In your opinion, what is wrestling missing today?
Integrity. No. I think I wouldn't say it's missing. Though. You sound like a dinosaur if you go back and say, "Oh, it's missing this. They don't do it anymore." But there was a time where, and I'm sort of grateful it's not that way anymore.
Yeah.
But there was a time when, if you got injured, you just sucked it up and you hit it. You don't say it because if you don't fight, you don't get paid.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's one of the reasons I've got so many injuries.
Okay.
Is because through that time, as I was growing up, you never said you were in pain.
Yeah.
You never stepped out because you'd miss out on training. You'd miss out on doing things.
Yeah, for sure.
So that I'm actually glad that a lot of wrestlers these days are getting brought up in that environment where you look after your injuries, you do the rehab, you're going to get a lot more longevity out of what you do.
Yeah.
A good example is I tore my lat while I was over in Japan, which I didn't even know you could do. I was in a match at First Ring, if you know, you know. But ended up on the outside with my opponent. They threw me into the crowd, like no guardrails, all single chairs like this.
Oh, wow.
And threw me into the crowd. As I fell down, my elbow got hooked on a chair and just hyperextended past my head, and I ripped my lat.
Ouch.
But you don't fight, you don't get paid.
Okay, yeah, especially you're in a foreign country,
Yeah.
you're making the money over there.
Yeah, that's my only income. Yeah. So I pushed through that one, and that was one I probably shouldn't have gone through.
Yeah.
Because, as you know, in wrestling, you land on your back a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. But as far as what wrestling's missing, for me personally, I don't find it as believable anymore when I watch wrestling.
Yeah.
But that's just me. Like, it seems too rehearsed. It's not as rough and tough as it once was, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Yeah.
Maybe I'm just watching the wrong matches.
No.
But obviously, being the larger productions being made for TV, it is going to be a little bit pulled back for the TV audiences, and the ratings, they're all regulated. So you sort of miss that, like, that real early nitty gritty stuff that made you think, fuck, is it real?
Yeah. No, I get you. No, that's cool, man. Everyone has their own opinion, so I like that. Did you find your aggression sort of when you first started, at the dojo with Hartley, or did you sort of get that when you went to Japan?
No, I've had it from day one.
Had it from day one? Yeah.
Like, especially when you start, and I recommend any martial art for any young person.
Yeah.
Because obviously, as a young person, you go through those emotions, and you're starting to learn how to deal and learn how to cope with different emotions that you might not have experienced yet. And I find any form of martial art a fantastic outlet. Same could be said for any sport as well, but that sort of kept me on the straight and narrow through my young life, was knowing that I'm going to go to the dojo and I'm going to get to really work this out. Yeah. And back in the old days, we used to do a lot of shoot fighting at training, and that was just fantastic. Knew at least once a week we were doing fight night. I used to look forward to it. Here it comes.
Nice.
Now we get to just like get in there and fucking work it out.
Yeah. No, cool, man. That's good, because you are a big, scary, intimidating guy in the ring. So I'm just wondering where that sort of came about. But that brings us to the end of the normal questions. But one bonus question I'll throw in.
Yep.
Excluding yourself, at Wrestle Rampage, who are your top 3 wrestlers?
At Wrestle Rampage?
At Wrestle Rampage, in your opinion. There's so many great talent there, but just 3 of your sort of favourites.
You can't go past Istria. Like, he is, in my opinion, he is phenomenal what he does. Yeah. He is so well trained, has so much knowledge of the business, of the sport. His ability in ring is second to none, in my opinion, and it just seems to be getting better with age.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he's right up there. Greg Graham has always been one of the most naturally gifted wrestlers I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He's been that way our whole life, which is really frustrating because I'm not. So I had to work really fucking hard for my natural ability. But he was one of those guys that could just pick it up. Like, he'd see it once and go, I can do that.
Yeah, wow, yeah.
And without even thinking about it, just so naturally gifted. It was almost aggravating how easily it came to him.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And you know what? Again, I can't go past Link Barnett.
Yeah, nice.
I think he's probably one of the most underrated wrestlers in the country at the moment.
Yeah.
He is, again, so knowledgeable. He's been around a very long time. He's obviously trained and come from New Zealand. He's moved down to Australia, uprooted his life to come and learn.
Yeah.
He came down to train here. What year would that have been? I want to say like 2010, maybe 2011. He came down to train for we were doing a fighting spirit challenge. So we had a partnership with 01 in Japan, and we held a tryout basically, where wrestlers from anywhere could come to do the tryout, and the owner of 01 was going to choose one person they were going to take to Japan.
Okay, yeah.
And Link came down for that with a couple of other New Zealand wrestlers, and I think he enjoyed the way we trained. He enjoyed obviously having the knowledge of Harley Jackson, of Havoc, core members of our group at the time, J-Rock, and he's just gotten better and better. Though he's nearly 40.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you wouldn't pick it because he is insane. His cardiovascular ability is through the roof. His athleticism is mind-boggling.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
What he can do, though, when we get to watch him in his studio roll at training, it's just like, I can't do that. Yeah. It's just insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy, man. No, that's an awesome top 3, and obviously there's so much great talent there, but it's hard to put them all in. But
it is, like...
Yeah, what a great top 3 to have there. So thank you for going through those answers, man. I appreciate you sharing those stories, and I really hope to see you achieve winning that national championship.
Thank you.
It'll be something that'll be really cool to see. So now I'm going to get some pictures of your career fired up, and then we're going to have a look at them.
Maybe there will be some embarrassing ones in here.
Maybe we'll find some. All right.
Be interesting to see what you found. I don't even know what's out there.
Oh, mate. We dig up a lot on this show. All right, Wrecking Ball. The photos are up. Are you ready?
Let's do it. Let's see what you got.
All right, we'll start with photo number 1.
Yep.
Now, the timeline may be a bit out. I did the best to go back as far as I could.
Yep.
But we'll just bear with the timeline. But here we go. Number 1, Big Willie Gibson.
That was a good match too. Yeah, Big Willie. Oh, how that came about is a good story.
Get into it. Let's go. Is that your first gimmick style, or is that
so? When I first started, I had the name Wrecking Ball Wilson.
Okay.
Because I look like what's his name? Tom Hanks from Castaway. So I got the Wilson tagged onto Wrecking Ball. Obviously, I told you I got the Wrecking Ball name from that training drill. So that was pretty much like a couple months in. That's what they started calling me. That just stuck. And then I was Wrecking Ball Wilson for years, and started off with like almost like a tradie sort of gimmick.
Yeah.
Just like, sleeveless flanny, cut off denim shorts. I actually had fucking like work boots on when I wrestled in the ring, and I had to change them once because I was in a match with Bones, and I put him in the tree away and I was just stomping his guts up. The fucking work boots had super grip on them. They tore him up.
Oh,
shit. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, maybe I've got to get some proper boots.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then one day Havoc gave me a pair of his old tights. I started to train a bit harder, get in shape. And Havoc gave me a pair of his old tights, which had the flames on the bottom.
Okay. Yeah.
Sort of stole his design. And I took that and then got the one piece,
the
strap. And then I was wrestling with that for a while. And then we actually got booked to go fight up in Queensland. And it was meant to be Joey and Greg were booked as a tag team. I was booked for singles, and Jag and J-Rock were booked up there as well.
Yeah.
So we all flew, just before we flew down, Joey couldn't go because his son was being born.
Yeah.
So he couldn't make the trip. So I'm like, I'll fill in for Joey. I'll just wrestle as Joey, and then I'll wrestle as me. And so through me trying to be Joey, Jag loved it so much. He's like, that's what you're wrestling like now. So that's where Big Willie came from.
Okay, yeah. Nice. I love the sunnies though.
Oh, that's a Greg special. Really? He found him. He's like, you got to wear these. I'm like, all right.
Nice. It all come together. I like it. A bit of a group photo.
Oh, what a group.
Look at that.
There are some old faces in that one.
What is Istria's hair?
Where is he? Oh, that's post-training. You can't blame anyone for what their hair looks like.
Never seen him with so much hair.
That was the big send-off for Paige and J-Rock.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah. Emotional night.
So many faces in there that you're still around and everywhere
Look at them
else
all.
now.
Uncle Cabello's.
Jeez.
Bloody hell.
Do you want to name some of the people for the people at home that may not recognise them?
Oh, where do you start? He's got Foxy Boys. We've got Reese. He's up in Northern Territory now. I think he joined the army and he got moved up there. I don't know what's going on now, but I know he's still wrestling.
Oh, nice.
So he's up in NT. You got Shannon, who's Robbie's partner. I think she came down from Sydney. Who's that at the front? I can't quite make out who that is at the front. That's bad.
That's all right. That's all right.
You got golfers.
It's an old photo.
Yeah, golfers. Boomer, L, H, Link. So here you've got Geordie and Robbie and fucking Corey Adams, Rat Daddy, Corn Dog, Bellows, Tommy, Caden.
Look at young Tommy. Jeez.
Yeah, so full of hope. Oh fuck! Is that Barton? Fucking Josh Barton. Look at him go. Yeah, so a good group, good solid group.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them obviously still wrestling now. Some are interstate, some are all over the place, different companies. But yeah, what a group.
Yeah. Far out.
Nice little memory there.
Yeah. I feel so bad. I should know who that person at the front
That's
is.
all right. That's all right. We all forget. You've had a few knocks to the head, remember?
One too many.
Now we go back in time a little bit here. Look at that.
Fucking hell.
What a beast.
Yeah, I was training like a motherfucker back then.
Were you a bodybuilder?
No, actually, the thing that sort of got me into it was bodybuilding.
Okay, yeah.
A funny story. Well, I think it's a funny story. It was because I was always a fat kid.
Okay, yeah.
I was always fat.
As we all were, yeah.
And even through all the like intense training that we did, and people like you always get this from older generations. You're like, there's no way that's how you train. Like what Jay put us through was fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like I was fitter then at 130 kilos than I was here.
Oh wow.
Because we were training like that much.
Yeah,
it was just insane. But I ate shit. I ate a lot of shit. Like almost every night after training, we'd swing through Macca's and get like 4 burgers.
Okay, yeah.
So even though I was fit, I was fat.
Okay, yeah.
And then I remember training one night. It was a Tuesday night, and it was just me and Jag there. We finished our workout. And then, I don't know how the conversation came up, but Jag's just like, do you want to enter a bodybuilding comp? Okay. And I was like, yeah, well, yeah, let's just fucking do it. And I got up the next morning at 4 a.m. and started doing cardio and changed my diet that day.
Wow. Just
overnight, I was just like, nah, I'm going to do it.
That's good.
So I cleaned my diet right up. I started studying more because I had no concept. Like, I didn't know how to train properly. I didn't know at the time, but the way we were doing weights was so wrong. And that explains a lot of my other injuries.
Yeah.
Like fucking barbell curling 100 kilos at 17 years old.
Jesus
like,
Christ.
My lower back was fucked because it was all swing.
Yeah.
So I started really delving in, talking to personal trainers, like researching workout programs, techniques. And I got right into the nutrition, but it would have been, I reckon I started my training in either 2012 or 2013 for this. I was 3 months out from the bodybuilding comp I wanted to do. Yeah. And I'm like, fucking gonna get in shape. I lost 30 kilos in 3 months. Shit. Of fat. I was like, fat and viscular, like all my veins were popping out. Yeah. I got down to 90, I think 97 was the lightest I got, 97 kilos. Far out. But still training like a wrestler. Yeah. Clean my diet right up. Like, I was fucking, like, up at 3 a.m, do my morning cardio. My breakfast would be a quarter a cup of oats and low-fat Greek yogurt. And then every 2 hours on the dot, steamed broccoli and chicken breast or steamed broccoli and steak. Every 2 hours. Like, I didn't care what people at work said. I'm like, nah, every 2 hours I'm doing this. Only water. I stopped drinking as much. Except on the weekends. But yeah, and just through the training, through learning as much as I could, through the personal trainers, sneakily too, because I couldn't afford a personal trainer. The gym, I would just go and stand next to them and listen to what they were telling their clients. Nice. Like, okay, I might try that with my workout now.
Yeah, that's smart.
And yeah, it's like, just started training like a motherfucker. So I'd be up at 3 a.m, do my morning cardio, work a 12-hour shift, go to the gym by 5 p.m, we'd probably do weights for an hour and a half, then wrestling training, and then I'd do another half an hour of cardio after wrestling training.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And
Jesus Christ.
that was my life for a solid 3 months. Got me in fucking tremendous shape. I
Yeah.
learned so much about fitness and diet and all the things and how they culminate and how they work, and
Yeah.
sort of like really delved into the lifestyle after that. Never ended up competing.
Oh, really?
No, because I'd gone from 20, I think it was like 22-23% body fat. I got down to 9% body fat.
Jesus.
And the guy who was sort of helping me along said he wanted me at 7%.
Oh,
I don't have it in me.
Yeah, you can't.
To like, where can I lose more? Like, I've already cut all the fucking carbs out. I wasn't even having fruit. Like, I just didn't know. And then when it came up to the competition time, because I didn't actually look into what it takes to compete to be a bodybuilder.
Okay, yeah.
I just went into the training side of it. I didn't realise how expensive it is just to sign up.
Yeah.
You need to be part of a body. Needed to get the gear made, and the shorts alone were like $300.
Jesus.
The entry fee was exorbitant, and as an amateur, you don't have a chance of winning anything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I think it was like $600 or $700 just to enter the competition, but I also need to be a part of the thing like weeks before. So it was just like, nah.
No, and you're already paying for all your food, and you're paying for your wrestling.
Yeah,
and
all the supplements I was taking at the time, So I was like, nah, I'm not competing, but I got in fucking great shape.
Yeah, well,
all out of spite, all in a whim.
We're about to see some of the photos of it. I'll tell you that. This is before that, obviously. A little bit before that.
This is a bit after, I think.
After, is it? Oh.
Yeah. So.
Those are fluffy shoes.
Fucking O week, Adelaide Uni.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was some fun times. Who's that? Is that Joey? Oh, that's Jag. Yeah, Jag and Lee.
Nice.
But they were fun times.
Shiny tights.
Yeah. So funny how it evolves. I love watching the gear evolve over time.
Oh, yeah. That's one of my
changes.
favourite things with these photos is just watching people's styles and the people they wrestle, all the different gear and costumes. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Just crazy. I had so many people think I was on steroids.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's not steroids, it's broccoli.
Broccoli.
Eat your broccoli, kids.
As they say, rice, broccoli and chicken, guys.
Yeah, broccoli is a natural testosterone booster. And the way it was explained to me was if you take testosterone boosting supplements, you get a spike and then a dip.
Okay.
Well, the chemical, I forget the name, starts with an M, it's a long word. But the thing in broccoli that spikes your testosterone, you get a spike and then it tapers off.
Right.
So because I was eating 250 to 300 grams of broccoli every 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
Like on the dot every 2 hours, it was just like that spike every time, and I would just slowly taper off.
Were you a frozen broccoli or a fresh broccoli?
Fresh. I work in produce. It was always fresh, always steamed fresh on the day.
Nice.
Learned a real good technique. No, this is going to get boring now. We'll move on from the broccoli.
So you cooked your meals every day, or you cooked them in advance?
No, I cooked them on the day, at the time,
wow.
So it was as fresh as could be.
Far out. Dedication.
Yeah, sorry to all my workmates who had to smell the broccoli cooking every day.
Yeah, that can get a bit much.
Yeah.
But no, man, I love the dedication. That's so good. Here we go. Got a Japan photo.
Far out. Ooh, you can't see that guy anymore. Good group. Fuck, this guy Dan, he was a fucking legend, man. He was such a good bloke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He come from Australia or
America.
America.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. He was just like so down to earth. He was a good, a gifted wrestler as well, but just his attitude, like, he was one of those guys that when he came into the room, it was just sort of like any tension would be eased.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
He was just like so relaxed, so chilled, great guy to have a conversation with, good drinking partner too.
Nice,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, had some really good nights with him.
Nice, I like it.
Yeah,
Was that-
fuck, he's a fucking psycho.
Was that your first, did you go over there multiple times or just once?
Yeah, so I've been twice.
Yeah.
This was the second trip. So my first trip was 6 weeks. And then the second trip I got, I was lucky enough to get a 3-month contract with 01.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was good.
Dude. Oof. Look at that.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Oh, height on that.
Maybe I should start dieting again.
I just like the evolution of the hair and beard as well.
It was like I started growing my hair when I was 15, I just couldn't be fucked cutting it anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
So I started growing it out. Always had a bit of a beard because I look like I'm 12 without one. I don't suit a clean shaven face.
Yeah, yeah.
This happened actually after I had grown my hair for 9 years, and I had a hair match with Greg, and he won and cut my hair.
Shit.
That's when I came in with the shorter hair.
Yeah,
and then maintained that for a couple of years before. Again, I just couldn't be fucked. Like I had my younger brother was a barber, and he was a really fucking good barber.
Yeah, yeah.
And when he stopped cutting hair, I stopped getting my hair cut because I didn't trust anyone else.
No, fair enough. Yeah.
So I couldn't do it myself.
Yeah.
So I just let it go again.
Nice. No, that's fair enough. You always want to have a good barber around. So
Yeah. Fuck, Juicy Balls.
Juicy.
What a team.
Juicy
What a
Balls,
team.
is that the name?
Yeah. Fuck, that was a lot of fun, that team. We had some really good matches.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Used to love working with Gambino. He was good.
And he would come over from Melbourne? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was MCW.
Yeah. Nice. Look at the gear. I love it.
Oh, Tom Chocolate in the background. Fuck.
Oh.
What a champion.
Look at that. Fucking hell. Look at the physique.
Oh,
Look at that. Jesus.
Fucking hell.
Look like a young Scott Hall there. Jeez.
I'll take it.
Yeah, not bad.
Hello, chicas.
Nice. You just needed the red boots, man. You would have all been matching.
Crazy to think. Like, I was just I trained way too much.
Well, yeah. With the schedule you just said, that's insane. How you could keep that up? You would have no time for sleep, man. It'd be insane.
Sleep? What's that? I started work at about 5:30 every morning.
Jesus Christ.
Long days.
That's insane, man. But look what happens. Dedication pays off.
It does. Like, I can honestly say it works. Oh, that's the hair match I was telling you about. That's where I lost it. Yeah.
What is with his hair?
You never know with Greg. You just never know. He's fucking phenomenal.
Jeez, look at it.
Yeah. That was a good match, actually. Had a lot of fun.
That's the worst, though, when you see hair matches and they're trying to cut the hair and scissors aren't working and shit's going wrong. And
yeah. Fucking hell. That was a shock. Like, my partner at the time, we'd only just started seeing each other. And I say at the time, she's my partner now.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah.
At the time, we just started seeing each other. And so she was always sort of into the long hair and the beard. And then after this, I went clean shaven. Short hair, clean shaven, rocked up on her door and she closed the door in my face.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, fucking wild hair.
Is that the flame tights from Havoc?
I actually got them made in Japan by the Japanese costume guy.
Oh, nice.
So I had Havoc's tights with me over there.
Yeah.
So I had an example of what I wanted, but I wanted the single strap, like Big Show.
Yeah. All right.
Sort of suiting that came because over there they gave me the nickname Caveman.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, Caveman. So I went the Caveman gimmick with the fucking single strap. Just needed a club.
Yeah. Nice. I like it. The hairs are crazy.
Yeah.
There it is. All done up.
Yeah. That's how it starts at the match.
That's
the other one's how it ends.
Then the hair's out and the strap's down.
Yeah.
Still in phenomenal shape there as well.
Yeah, I maintained that physique for a long time. I just I wasn't so worried about being super lean anymore.
Yeah.
I still kept a clean diet, but I was a lot healthier and I think looked better with that bit more body fat.
Yeah. And you would drop back on all the training or?
No, training stayed the same.
Okay, yeah.
I wasn't doing the morning cardio anymore.
Morning cardio, yeah.
I wasn't as concerned with cutting the carbs out.
Yeah.
Because that crash course, that 3 months was like 3 months of me learning a lot.
Okay, yeah.
And pretty much doing what I was told by some people. And then through the years and experience, I learned more about diet and how really bad it is for you to diet like that.
Yeah.
I got the end result that I was looking for, but if I could do it again, I'd do it better.
Yeah, absolutely. And to maintain that level for a long time is also,
I was actually reading
pretty harmful for you.
Reading an article with Arnold Schwarzenegger that put it into light for me. He's like all the photos that are out there of Arnie are when he was like training season and he was lean, like 5 or 6% body fat.
Yeah.
You never see the photos of him off season when he's like 12% body fat.
Yeah, of course.
Right? So everyone has this unattainable and unmaintainable image in their head of what they think they should look like.
Yeah, I think you're going to be like that all year
Where
round.
that's just them tightening up because it's comp time.
Yeah. No, 100%. It's it's not healthy to stay at that level.
Mm.
You're loving your drop kicks, jeez.
Yeah, top rope choke kick came my thing for a bit.
Jesus. Off the top, then. That's a lot of height.
Yeah, hard thing to defend against 110 kilos coming at you like that.
Oh, yeah. No, screw that.
Yeah.
Where were these events held?
This was at Fowler's or Lion Arts Factory now. So this was before it got done up.
Okay.
It was like the old dingy days where the floor was really sticky.
Oh, wow.
The stage was in an awkward place, so that's why it's all walls in the background. So the crowd could only fit really on one side because the stage was off over there.
Really?
Yeah, we used to do these events called Bands, Brawls and Burlesque.
Okay.
They were fucking wild nights. So we'd have the fights, there'd be bands playing in between, there'd be burlesque dancers coming on. It'd be packed out with like 300 people. I think it was the capacity because it's not a huge venue. 18 plus shows. And
nice.
We'd have little like fucking drinking comps in between and like, yeah, just wild nights, man.
Nice.
So much fun though.
Oh, that'll be heaps good, man. That sounds good.
Oh, I take that, Dusk. Is that Dusk? Yeah, it's Dusk.
Yeah. Obviously, something you're well known for, the chops.
Yeah, I got a bit of a reputation through my younger years. Always taken to chops. Like, again, being a fan of Benoit. It was sort of something I took to. It's definitely my preferred strike is an open hand strike. I'd rather slap someone than punch them.
Yeah. Well, it definitely helps. You got a big, strong man, big hands. You can just cave someone's chest in. So.
Yeah, it was actually one of the ways I learned about chops was, do you know Devlin Reeves?
I've heard the name.
Yeah, he's a wrestler from, I'm pretty sure it's from Perth.
Yeah.
I got so confused in those times because people come from everywhere, but I'm pretty sure he's from Perth. I think he used to come down with David Storm.
Okay, yeah.
And Devlin was a great bloke, but he was known around Australia for his chops. Like he had some of the hardest chops in Australia. The stories I heard is that he gave someone a heart murmur with one, and he gave someone an asthma attack when he chopped them. And I remember he came down one show. It was like one of my first times meeting him, and I didn't know that that's what he was known for. Okay, like, I had an idea, but I didn't. You don't know what's true or what's not. Yeah. And we were just in the ring tussling around, and I was so green. Like I was still really young, and I sort of like backed him into the corner, and because I sort of started taking to chops, I lined him up for a chop, and I second guessed it because I knew that's what he was known for, and because it was just like training, it wasn't like full intensity. I sort of paused for a second, and Jag goes, "Shouldn't have paused. What are you going to do now?"
Yeah.
So I threw one of the worst chops I've ever thrown in my career. And Devlin just like shook his head, put me in the corner and fucking lit me up.
Oh.
And I was like, fuck, why did I chop the guy that I knew was known for chops? Fuck.
Alright, so I might send a note to Redshaw, don't chop. Don't chop Wrecking Ball, you'll be in trouble.
Oh, look at him fly.
Look at him.
Fucking hell, that was a fun match. That was that's one of the matches, like, when you say matches that, like my favourite matches.
Yeah.
That was one of them. It's hard to choose, but like Havoc is one of the best hardcore wrestlers in Australia.
Yeah.
And I know people might think, hardcore wrestling, you're just hitting people with shit. There's an art to it that this man knows inside out.
Yeah, 100%.
And that match was so much fun. As sick as it sounds, fun getting beaten up. But it was so much fun. It was one of those ones I took a lot away from as well.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And look at him, and look at the height he's getting now.
Yeah.
Now he's in even better shape.
I know. Fucking crazy. He was always so athletic as well for a big guy.
Yeah. Nah, he's doing well. Oof.
Just remembered another funny story about this match.
Yeah.
So my partner, this was the first show she ever came to.
Oh, really?
And it just happened to be me and Havoc in a hardcore match. And when I told her I was a wrestler, she thought like Olympic wrestling.
Ah, yes, yep.
So when I invited her along to a match, and this is what she rocked up to see, she was like a bit taken back. And I made a point of taking that match out into the crowd, out around her.
Oh, yes, nice.
And have it pick me up and drop me right in front of her, like on the fucking hardwood floor. And I was like, this was like one of the first times she saw me.
But that would have, quite a shock coming in thinking Olympic wrestling and see a hardcore match.
Yeah. That's just a random photo shoot. I still don't fully understand why or what for.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just something Jag organised. Like he had a bit of wheeling dealings with some model agencies, and they wanted to do a photo shoot, and they needed some wrestlers. So me and Joe were like, yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Still don't know what it was for.
It's just, haven't seen the product?
I've seen this one and
one,
maybe one or two others, but yeah, I don't know
why
what the end game. I don't know whether they were just building a portfolio for someone or whether it was actually for something.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun night regardless.
I must have missed that photo when I had the Joey episode. I didn't put that one on there.
Fuck. I think Alex's face tells the story there.
Good old Alex. He's fans of the show will know Alex. He's been on there.
It's always so intense fighting history. Like he brings the same level of intensity I do.
Yeah.
And I know it's going to be a fucking hard fight every single time. Because he's trained in Japan as well. Obviously, he's got a lot more expertise than I do, having travelled the world. But just knowing that he's trained in that hard style, which is the style that I fell in love with. Yeah. I know it's going to be a good fight every time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, you can definitely see the intensity on both you guys. So, always good matches there. Yeah. There's another Japan.
I think that was my last match in Japan. Or one of my last matches.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. That's first ring, like the venue. Do you know much about it?
No, I don't know a lot. No.
So there's a venue in Japan called First Ring that's a permanently set up wrestling venue. Okay. So different companies hire it out. You just change that over to your logo. Okay. The chairs are all there. The ring stays set up. They just let the ropes down to loosen the tension. Yeah. So you go in, you tighten the ropes, you put your canvas on. All light and sound stay set up.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, and because there's that many different promotions over there, someone's obviously had this idea of like, let's just set up a permanent thing and book it out. Yeah. And yeah, it gets a lot of business. It's a idea. Great venue. Yeah. It was actually my second match in Japan was at this venue.
Is that the venue you tore your lat?
That is. Yeah. That is the venue. Yeah.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah, phenomenal idea. Right. It'd never work in Australia.
Well, I've got ideas now.
Oh, these guys were awesome. I forget their names though, which is really bad. But this guy, I think it was this guy?
In the purple?
Yeah. I think it was him. Knocked himself out in a match. Oh. Just give it... I missed it.
Oh, really?
I hate... embarrassing moments. This one's sort of embarrassing.
Okay, here we go.
Not really embarrassed, more a little shameful.
Yeah.
He knocked himself out at a dojo show we were doing once. And I missed it because it was a big match. I think it was like a 6 or 8 man match. Yeah. And I just turned around, missed it for a second, and turned back and he's on the ground, and I didn't know what had happened. And then I got tagged in.
Oh, wow.
So I went in and I lined him up for a leg drop. Didn't know he was knocked out. As I've jumped up and mid-air, nothing I can do, he rolled over. And I sat right on his head with my whole body weight on top of his concussion. And then I remember at that point, like when he moved, like I can see it in slow-mo in my head. I've jumped up and I see him roll, and that's where I see the eyes, and then it clicks. I'm like, fuck, he's not with it, but it's too late. Like I couldn't do anything to stop what I was doing.
Yeah.
Sat on his fucking head, rolling over quickly to get the pin, and the ref wouldn't count it.
Jesus.
I'm telling the ref, because obviously there's a language barrier. I'm like, just count it, let's finish it, let's end it, let's go there.
Yeah.
No, ref just watched. He's like, no. But he did thankfully stop the match. And the guy got the treatment he needed. Wow. Unfortunately, I missed a couple of paydays because the fire department got called and they came and shut down the venue for
Oh, what?
Safety hazards. So there was a few shows that were booked that we couldn't do, so I missed out on bookings.
Oh, wow.
So
shit.
he knocked himself out doing a drop kick.
Oh, wow.
That's what I found out after. He did the front drop kick, hit the bat, whipped his head, and he was out.
Far out. All right, tuck your chin, guys.
Yeah, always.
Jesus. It's another Japanese photo.
Yeah, that's a good group. Ueda, this guy here, absolute fucking champion. Like, absolute legend. One of the best guys. Oh, funny story about this guy. I don't know his name. He was only there for a short time.
Yeah.
He was American. He dropped a lucha name as being somebody trained with that. Do you know Hidaka? So Hidaka is Hidaka's an absolute legend in Japanese wrestling.
Yeah.
One of the best cruiserweights ever.
Nice.
You wouldn't know it, but I think he's like nearly 50 in that photo.
Oh, wow.
He's one of the fittest guys and so knowledgeable with everything he's done. And the name, I forget what name it was, but the name this guy dropped as being somebody trained with got Hidaka excited. He's like, oh, okay, we'll do lucha. Today we're training lucha. Because Hidaka was the coach, the head coach at that time.
Yeah.
So he got super excited. He's like, we're doing lucha. This guy couldn't fucking roll. Couldn't fucking base.
Yeah.
Footwork was terrible. I'm the biggest guy in that group, and I was the only one who could get. Oh, sorry, not the only one. These two were pretty good as well. Yeah. But we can't talk about that anymore.
Okay.
But no, I just remember Hidaka's face watching this guy go, and he's like, "You didn't train with this person."
There's a lot on his resume to get in.
But on his last training day, Hidaka's gift to people on their last day is a fucking horrible workout.
Okay.
So the card game.
Yep.
All push-ups.
Oh, what?
All push-ups. They have the wooden boards that they use for their push-ups in Japan, in the dojo there.
Yeah.
All on the wooden board, wheelbarrow position.
Oh, what the
Whole card deck.
What the fuck?
This guy struggled with his push-ups because he obviously he was fit.
Yeah.
But you can't train for what's that, like 600 push-ups.
Yeah, no.
So because
and in wheelbarrow position.
Yeah, because I was partnered with him.
Yeah.
He started to struggle. Meant I got more rest.
Ah.
So I just stand there like, yeah, man, keep going. Catch my breath, resting up. You get to mine, fucking push out. All right, swap it up. Your turn.
Oh, so you went card for card.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Got you. Yeah. I was thinking every card.
Oh no, you do every card.
But I mean, like,
he does his, and then I do my push-ups. Then the next card gets flipped.
No, I was thinking like you do a card and then you do another card. But if you keep swapping, that's
it's a bit easier. But because he started to
still intense.
Yeah. Because he started to struggle, I got to catch my breath.
Yes, yeah.
Which I was really thankful for.
Far out, that's insane.
Also, this guy here.
Oh, sorry.
This guy here is the only person to beat me at shoot fighting over there.
Oh, really?
And it annoys the shit out of me to this day. He was very well trained in catch wrestling, in jiu-jitsu, in Greco-Roman. Very, very well trained. He only weighed 80 kilos. Oh, wow. I was about 110 at the time. And the thing that irks me isn't that he beat me, it's that he told me how he was going to beat me before he did.
Really?
He told me what he was going to do, and he did it.
Yeah.
And he beat me. And he was the only person in the whole time I was over there that was able to.
Wow, shit.
Annoys the shit out of me.
That's crazy.
Oh, Kamikaze. Another fucking legend. Kamikaze is an absolute champion. One of the nicest blokes. And like really good wrestler. Just top bloke. I loved Kamikaze.
Nice.
Had some really good matches with him.
Nice.
Oh, this fucking guy. Fuck, I've got some stories about him. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I don't know if I should.
No, don't get yourself cancelled, man. Don't get yourself cancelled.
I won't get cancelled. He was just arrogant. But arrogant. He came one night. And this is a common story, common thread through training in Japan. Anyone who's stayed there for any length of time and trained over there seriously will know the floaters.
Okay.
They come thinking it's something. It's not what they thought it was, and they disappear in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
That's what this guy did. He came down and brought with him a garbage bag of prescription medication.
What?
Yeah. I'm like, firstly, how'd you get that through customs?
yeah.
Secondly, what? I don't even know what that stuff is. Like, I had one look in the bag, and like, I don't want to know.
No.
And his first question, the first night he got there, getting to know everyone, his first question was, "Oh, we allowed to have steroids here?" He also, like, this match here was his first match in Japan. I want to say my second match.
Yeah.
At Korakuen Hall. Korakuen Hall is like a big deal. It's like Theatre is here.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
So he got booked in this match at Korakuen Hall. And Kamikaze, actually, the guy from the last photo, Kamikaze is on the other team. So that's our team. Kamikaze was on the other team. Him and Kamikaze got in, they were tussling around a bit, and Kamikaze just pushed him away and goes, "Gibson." I didn't want a bar of him, so he called me in. Like right before we were about to go out, I say right before, it's probably like an hour before showtime. Yeah. This guy had been wrestling longer than me.
Right.
Came and asked me how to throw a forearm. I'm like, are you serious? Like, that's like one of the first things you learn.
Yeah, it's basic.
He fucking. I'm going to stop because I've got a lot of stories about him. Fine. But he was a character.
We'll tell him off camera. We'll keep him for later.
Oh, Zeus. This guy was a bodybuilder turned wrestler.
Yeah, looks it. Yeah.
He was so fucking stiff.
Oh, really?
He was hard to move. Great bloke. Like, really nice guy. But fuck, like, it's a different sport. Like, you got to be fluid and able to move in ring. And he was just, because he was a bodybuilder, he's fucking stiff and strong. So fucking strong. He actually, unfortunately, Ueda, who's this bloke here. Yeah. He put Ueda's neck out by an inch. Doing a clothesline in the corner. And thankfully, because Ueda's got the fucking, like a wombat. He didn't know, like, he just got a sore neck. He was telling me after that he went and got the x-ray and they said it was out by an inch. And the doctor's like, you shouldn't be walking. Because his neck was so fucking strong, it just sort of held it together.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Screw that.
Alright. Royal LA show. They were some good times. We used to, just for shits and giggles, because we were there all day. Some days. They were hard work though. Like,
I bet.
The area where we wrestled, we stayed. We set up. We were sharing with a couple of other acts and groups. Our time slot was right after the freak show. Like, they did all like sword swallowing and stuff. So they had the stage, and we had, I think it was 40 minutes to set up the ring and stage, and then go out and fight.
Oh wow! Shit.
And then we were like the last thing before the fireworks. Like right before the fireworks. Then we'd wrap up, wait for the fireworks to start, and then pack it all down so the stage was ready for the next day.
Wow.
So every single day, ring was going up and down, and we got good at doing it. But it was stressful because there was no plan. It'd be like, we finished setting up, go back, get changed, and then Jay'd be like, all right, Balls Robbie, you're up first, go.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, but during the day, because we had access passes to just come and go as we please. Some days we'd just rock up, put our gear on, walk around the show, got free rides, free food.
Oh wow, nice.
Fucking good times.
How many years did you do the show?
I want to say 4 or 5.
Okay, yeah.
4 or 5 years we did it. Yeah.
That's crazy they didn't just set you in a place with the ring set up and leave it there and not have to put it up and down every time. Yeah. That's insane.
That poor ring, like the first, I want to say the first 2 years, cracking weather the whole time.
Yeah.
The next few years, pissing down rain. Like we had to that wrestling in the rain is fucking hard. It is slippery.
Yeah,
it's cold. You feel everything getting chopped is the worst.
Oh shit.
But yeah, there were a couple of matches where you go out there and we'd just be like, nah, take it home.
Yeah.
Like, we can't be out here like this. Like the crowd would disperse as soon as it started raining.
Yeah,
of
course. Yeah. No point in hurting yourself for that. That's crazy.
It's a little cartoon Bones Malone drew. So that's my old tag
really?
partner, Dirty Dick Donovan.
Okay,
We
nice.
tag team at Dick and Balls. Fuck, they were good times. He was a character, man. Like, he was a cartoon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, I was having this chat with Greg the other night, and we were talking about how much influence he had over our ability to come across to the audience without realizing it. So he had just this natural ability for facial expressions. Like, it just came so naturally to him.
Yeah.
Because we were all mates, like Dick, Bones, me and Greg, and our other brothers and other people. But all through our teenage years, we just hung out.
Yeah,
partied.
yeah.
Like, we were always mates. And then that's just a characteristic that Dick always had. Like, if he got shocked by something, you would see it in his face. He'd be, like, naturally. That was just his reaction. And, like, seeing his ability to get the facial expressions across is something that Greg and I sort of both took on because we were both, like, plain-faced.
Yeah.
Like, you ever watch my first match? I like no reaction, no facial expression at all, just pure fear. But yeah, his facials, because you tell your story with your body language and your facials.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was a fucking character. He was a good bloke. We tagged for fucking years.
Yeah, nice.
The crowd loved Dick and Balls.
You've had some good names. Juicy Balls, Dick and Balls.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big and gorgeous. Oh, that match, yeah.
This is a bad memory for you, is it?
Overall, not horrible. Could have gone better. He nearly ended my career.
Yeah, decided to try and break your knee, didn't he?
Almost got away with it. Still beat him though.
Still beat him?
Yeah.
Good.
But no, like, I was this close. Like, narrowly avoided knee surgery.
Oh,
yeah. That was one of those moments. Like, I just knew the instant it happened. Like, as soon as he hit that drop kick on my knee, I felt like I knew immediately something was wrong.
Yeah.
Was able to pull it together and get through the match, which I probably shouldn't have, but I did. But yeah, I just couldn't believe it.
What ended up being the damage to the knee?
Multiple grade 2 tears.
Yeah.
And I think it was 2 partial grade 3. So full grade 3 is it. That's full tear. You need surgery. So I just had partial grade 3. So it was almost at the point of needing surgery.
Yeah.
And it put me out for, I want to say 6 months.
Wow. Shit.
Before I could start really training again.
Yeah.
Just started doing my physio as soon as I was given the all clear to start training, and then like I made good progress, and the physio cleared me for 100% training. So I think that match happened in October, is it? Is that what the date is?
Yes, it's October.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah, so that happened in October, and I couldn't start training fully again until March.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good recovery time though. 6 months.
Yeah, like I
to get that smashed
took it
out.
seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I was really thankful. Like Pat had a proper knee brace with him on the day.
Oh wow, shit.
So I was able to get that straight on it.
Yeah.
And give it the support it needed, so I wasn't straining it too much.
Yeah.
Just rested it. Got the scans done. Went to the physio. Started working on it, and yeah, it was this long road. Like, it wasn't super painful, but I just knew like there was no stability.
Yeah,
just had no stability at all.
Yeah.
I could feel it. Like, as soon as he kicked me in the side, felt the pop, heard the pop, dropped straight away, and then I sort of shook it off because it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't painful.
Yeah.
But I could feel like as I'm moving around, like, I've just got no stability at all. Yeah.
Jeez. Insane. Well, it's good that it didn't fully go and you've come back and definitely.
The physio actually said he was astounded because I showed him the footage of it happening. He
Yeah,
said
yeah.
if he'd seen that before he saw the scans,
Yeah.
he'd have thought my ACL was
gone.
It was
Yeah.
absolutely gone. And when he finally was looking through the scans, he said it was absolutely incredible that there was no damage to any cartilage or anything.
Yeah,
it was
okay,
just purely the MCL that was damaged, so no cartilage damage,
Yeah.
no other damage around anywhere else.
Jeez. So very lucky.
Yeah. Oh,
Very lucky.
yeah. I consider myself quite lucky.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's good that it came up well though, and you're back into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy Knight.
Fucking hell. That was a good match. That was probably one of the other ones I would add in one of my favourite matches.
Okay, yeah, nice.
I think that match, Tommy brought a lot to the table. I think we brought a lot out of each other while we were in the ring.
Yeah, yeah.
Good, hard hitting match. Actually, I had to start, because he's a big boy.
Yeah,
he's like
yeah.
130, maybe 135 kilos now.
Yeah, right.
Strong boy.
Very strong.
So strength wasn't going to work. I actually busted out some lucha in that match. Went back to some lucha training.
I like it.
You know, I think I caught him off guard with a couple of things, but at the end of the day, yeah, he's just so strong.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
so
absolutely.
strong.
Yeah, powerhouse.
Yeah.
Lucha Balls, I love it.
That's what they call me.
Here we
Oh,
go.
fucking
Go
hell.
back a little bit here.
Yeah. Bloody hell. How long ago is that?
It doesn't have a year on there, I don't think.
No, not you.
No, but
Bloody
it's
hell.
at Port Adelaide Recreation Centre.
Yeah. I had a couple of good matches with Corn Dog. He was always, again, another big boy.
Yeah, yeah.
He was always fun to wrestle. Like, he had this natural charisma about him when he was in ring.
Yep.
Connected with the audience really well. And when someone like that comes out, it sort of makes you step up a bit. And,
Yeah.
both start elevating each other. Had a lot of good times with him.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Got no love heart sunnies there.
Don't know what happened to them. I've still got them though. I still have them in my bag every show.
Oh, here they
just
are.
in case.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Speaking of, they
Far
show up.
out. 2019. Bloody hell.
Jesus. Look at that.
Far out.
That's crazy. What are
Wow.
those gloves he's wearing? What the heck?
It's so funny. That's a terrible promo photo. That's what happens when you stop training. You lose your shape.
Yeah. Jeez, love it. Classic. A recent one here, yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Mitch Ryder is a good wrestler. He's got a lot of good years ahead of him too. He's I only met him once previously to this match.
Okay, yeah.
I forget whether it was maybe 3 years ago. I only met him one time. Like, top bloke, nice guy. But yeah, he's just gotten better and better. Like, since I last saw him, I think he's travelled the States. He's done Japan. Like, gotten so much experience in that time, and like so gifted athletically.
Yeah.
Like that was a good fight.
Did he catch you in a German suplex?
He did.
Oof.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. He had the advantage of being able to get me at my pivot point.
Send you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen him. He sends people. It's
Yeah.
pretty good. But obviously you got the victory over him because that was the first round match and that
Yeah.
sent you on your way. But yeah, what a great opponent to start you off in the tournament.
Yeah, it was good. Got me fired up. Got me ready.
Big power bomb.
Fuck. Every single time I step in the ring with Pat in a singles match, we steal the show.
Nice.
There's just like very few people that will match the level of physicality that I bring to the ring. Pat's one of them.
And especially being brothers, you can beat the shit out of each other a bit more. And
Yeah. Is this from a recent show?
this
I
photo.
want to say it is.
I think this
Yeah.
is...
This would have been the last time we fought,
yeah,
actually.
the last time before, I reckon. There's a few shows ago, yeah.
If you watch the footage back, we nearly knock each other out in the first, 20 seconds. Like, he
I reckon
cops
I was
me...
in the crowd for this one. It was a good show.
He cops me a shot that you can see rocks me, and then a couple seconds later, you see him fucking his legs buckle. And that's just the first 20 seconds of the match.
Is that on YouTube?
Yeah.
Alright, fans of the show, go on YouTube, Wrestle Rampage. I think it's only a couple shows ago, so
Yeah.
get on there and check that out. We'll have to-
Funnily enough, I don't remember the name of the show. Went too many knocks.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, I was there and I don't remember either. But no, great match.
Yeah. Oh,
Very conscious.
that was a really, really good match. It was short and sweet. Like, Issue just came out of the gate swinging. Like, so fast paced.
Yeah.
I think that was only 6 minutes before he caught me.
Oh wow, shit.
But like I said, like the way he moves is like, I don't know if you know this, but he's got a gymnast background.
Okay. Yep.
So like gymnastics is so hard.
Yeah.
So he's super flexible, really strong, really fast,
Jesus.
and he just came out of the gate swinging. Like I kept up with him as best I could, but it wasn't long before he caught me, because he's just like he's almost autistic. He won't mind me saying this. He's almost autistic when it comes to this stuff. Like, he just lives and breathes it, knows it inside out. Like,
such an athlete. Yeah, he's so good.
Reminds me of the Mr. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, most wrestlers know a couple ways out. He probably knows 100 ways out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, just crazy.
Great wrestler.
Oh, far out.
Look at this team.
What a mob. Bloody hell.
Jeez.
Where's that one? Oh, Dojo Show. Nice. Bloody hell.
Outback Adam.
Oh, fuck me. What a character he is. Oh, I've only met him the one time.
That was only fresh in his career as well. This
Yeah,
would have been.
yeah. As a start, like, what a character. He's like that whole mob. Fucking hell.
The Renegades, hey?
Oh yeah,
Some
that
of the Renegades.
good years. Good years.
He's a Renegades,
Yeah. Fucking Robbie Hart. He's a fucking shit. What a character. I love that bloke. It's so funny, like after I started to really get in shape, we were all putting on some size. It became a running joke that Rob was a wiener. He's not by any means. He was keeping, like, he was pushing the same way we were.
Yeah.
He just wasn't as big, but he was strong.
Yeah.
Just became an ongoing joke. And I just think back to the very first time I met Robbie Hart. There's a fresh-faced 16-year-old rocked up to the dojo for the tryouts, and Robbie came in and shook my hand. And I remember the first thing as I shook his hand in my head was, "Fuck, his forearms are fucking huge." And looking back on them, they're probably about the same size as what mine are now.
Yeah,
They're not massive.
Yeah.
But like as 16 years old, I'm like, fucking hell, it's fucking ripped.
Yeah.
Huge. And then he became the wiener.
The wiener. No, Robbie Hart. And then he got all those tattoos, and then...
Oh. I don't know if he wants me to tell you this. Actually, you know what? I won't, because I don't want to get in trouble.
Alright.
I won't.
It's
Yeah,
alright.
we'll skip over that.
We'll skip over that. We'll keep that off camera.
Yeah.
What made you boys decide to actually team up? Because obviously you guys went through a bit of a phase as the Renegades, and you were trying to take over Rampage and stuff like that.
So basically, Pat and Joey had a bit of time off. They'd stepped away from the ring for a little bit. It was actually Pat. Pat had the idea.
Yeah.
He wanted to come back. He's like, I want to come. He almost had like the Heart Foundation sort of idea.
Okay.
'Cause we're all brothers.
Yeah.
We all know each other so well, and he's just like, we could take over.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Like, let's do it. He pitched the idea. Him and Greg had a few good chats about it, and we all sort of talked about it. And we're like, you know what? Let's fucking do it.
Yeah.
And we had a good run, good few years. For egos get in the way, but you know, it's just it was a good ride.
Yeah, no, it was definitely. I saw some of the shows with you guys and stuff like that, but what a team though! And also to have 4 brothers, all in wrestling, all in great shape, all ass kickers, just going around destroying everything. So
it was
what a team, man.
It was that was a great time. I should have bought my fucking. Got some great photos. You'd fucking love.
That's alright. We can do a part 2 one day, and we can show the photos. Here's a bit of Riot City action.
That was a good match.
Delta.
Yeah.
In a street gear.
Yeah, she wasn't meant to fight. Hey, she was. I'd put out a challenge. I would come out and fight.
Yeah.
At RCW, and no one answered.
Well, they're smart.
Yeah. So she was out in the ring with Cade, and they were just fucking talking about some shit. Like Cade was champion, they had a match coming up, and I got sick of it. So I just went out and called him out. I'm like, I'm here to fight. One of you's fight me.
Yep, yep.
Big tough Cade jumped out of the ring.
Katie ran away.
Delta doesn't back down. And I'm glad too, because she's a fucking competitor.
Oh, yeah. She's a beast.
Yeah, I've had a couple of good matches with Delta. And she'll fucking go toe to toe with you.
Yeah, 100%. No, she doesn't back down.
Nah.
And doing great things now, but yeah, absolute beast.
Yeah. Wishing her all the best.
Yeah,
what she's
absolutely.
doing. Absolutely, she deserves it. She's put in the fucking hard yards for years.
But
she's really come a long way.
I think the people in the locker room are a bit scared, mate. You coming out there, putting out an open challenge.
I'm not going to lie, I was a little disappointed. And no one accepted it, but I ended up having a fucking good match. So...
And yeah, did you end up having, I don't know if you have a tag team match with Delta? Against Delta?
I've had a couple.
Yeah.
So the first time I ever fought Delta, it was her and Lily Blaze teamed up for the tag titles.
Okay.
Like we were having a tournament to crown the tag title champions.
Yeah.
At Rampage. And me and Greg were in the running. So we actually, it was Lily and Delta and me and Greg. And that was my first time meeting her, and she was still pretty green at that time.
Yeah.
Still pretty new to the business. So for her to come out and be able to perform like she performed and do what she could do at such a young point in her career, that's where you sort of knew, she's like going places.
Yeah,
right?
definitely. Yeah.
Funny story about that match though. One of the worst black eyes I ever got.
Oh, really?
From Lily Blaze.
Oh, shit.
Who's fucking 4 foot nothing.
Yeah.
Little pocket rocket. She's like, and it was one of those things where it's like it wasn't from her punching me in the face.
Yeah.
It was, I was on the corner, she got thrown in, and she sort of knocked me, and I like lost my footing and slipped down. And it was so unassuming, her hand just comes over the rope like that. And it just copped me in the right spot. I felt it immediately, my fucking eye swelled up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you kid, that's what's fucking done it?
It's always those little things that happen, and
like you almost can't see it in the footage.
Comes out of nowhere. There's you sending Katie Trey off.
Yeah.
Jeez. See you later. But yeah, it's always those little tiny things that happen that you always get injured on, or you get a bruise or something. Here's a tag team match. Here we go.
That match was good. The feedback that I got from the promoters of the show, that because we were told straight up, give the mania a run for its money.
Yeah.
So we did.
Nice.
All 4 of us just got out there and fucking tore it up. Then I think that was the first time I wrestled Dean as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like fucking great team. Like siblings versus siblings. What a fucking.
You don't get that too often.
Yeah.
Especially in Australian wrestling.
Yeah.
And then all powerhouses in their own right. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was one of my first matches at RCW.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it. Here's the poster for that show.
Oh, it's just shows that. I was like, poster. I don't remember wrestling those guys.
No.
Yeah.
Just a show poster.
Right.
With the weird graphics. But
yeah.
How'd you enjoy your time at Riot City, alright? Or?
I've always had positive experiences there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never had any negativity. Yeah. I've always enjoyed it.
No, it's good, man. That's what you want. Get you out there.
Yeah.
Here we go, the PWSA that we were talking about earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Kings of Ruin against the Rebel Coalition.
That was a fun match too. Good to see these two as well coming along. Like,
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
They're really starting to find their feet. Like, there was something Jag and Slater, when they were training us, I remember them having this conversation with us one day that they didn't really no wrestling until about 7 or 8 years in.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget that happening for me as well. I got to about the 7-year mark and so the penny drops,
Okay, yeah, okay.
And that's sort of where these guys are getting to now. Like, they've been doing it for a few years now. And now you're starting to see like all the training that you do over the years coming together.
Yeah.
So this was a big step up for both of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
In my opinion, as having watched them grow through their time, seeing them come up and obviously still got a lot to learn, but we all do.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
If you ever think you know everything, you can fucking leave. Like,
yeah.
You're done. But yeah, like, it's just like, it's good to see firsthand actually being out there with them and watching it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not just backstage.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So two that should be on people's radar watching the show. Axe Metzger and Leah Lovegrove. So
up and coming for sure.
Definitely keep an eye on them. They're making waves around the place already, so it's good. Here's another young up and comer.
Absolutely. This is a guy to watch out for. He's another one of those just naturally gifted athletes.
Yeah.
It's very rare in this business to see someone come in and pick it up so fast.
Yeah, for sure.
He was one of those guys you pretty much knew from the moment he did his tryout. If he applies himself, he's gonna fucking make it.
Yeah.
So definitely one to keep an eye out for.
You heard it here first, guys. Make sure you keep an eye on him as well. Where's Ryan? And what a way to finish.
That's it.
That's the end of the photos.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What a trip down memory lane that was.
Little trip there. I dug up as many as I could. Went back as far as I could. But
I admit, I'm not great with social media, so you're not likely to find a lot.
That's all good, man. But appreciate you going through those and telling us the stories about them. Such a great look at yourself of how you've evolved and changed and the different things you've done. Yeah. And obviously we look forward to seeing what you've got coming up. But I appreciate you going through those and telling us the stories.
Yeah, no, of course. This has been a lot of fun. Yeah.
Good, man.
Appreciate it.
All right. We've topped up our drinks, got refreshed. We're bringing on a different beer on tonight's show. Wrecking Ball is doing a live review of the Big Shed Fruit Chop beer from a previous release. So sorry, Shifty Lizard, just close your ears for this one, or eyes. So, but give it a go, big man.
Never tried this one before, so you're going to give it a crack. Not the biggest Fruit Chops fan, so let's see what happens. Our initial taste is not too bad. That's actually a little bit chocolatey. Definitely heavier than a lager.
Yeah.
But leaving weird sort of aftertaste that's lingering on the back of my throat.
It's a different one. It's a different one.
No, that initial taste is really good.
Yeah.
Once that initial like chocolatey flavour goes away,
anyway.
It's 6%. So you know what?
If you can get through it, you get through it. But thank you for that review. I'm sure Big Shed will appreciate that. But anyway, back to the programming. I'd love for you now, mate, to plug any obviously social media you have, any merch, any events you have coming up. All the links will be in the description below for people to go to. But where can we find you?
To be honest, I'm a dinosaur. I don't do social media.
Don't do social media?
Nah, I've got a Facebook, but all you'll see on there is me promoting the next show.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I've got it. Don't have any other social media. No, don't have merch.
No, that's fair enough. That's all
not. What do you say? There's something that was said to me when I was first started wrestling is if you're in it for the money, you're in it for the wrong reasons because there's no fucking money in it.
Yeah.
You do it because you love it, and that's why I do it. I do it because I love the sport. I love getting out there in front of the crowd. It's one of the biggest adrenaline rushes I've ever experienced in my life, and I'm hooked on that. I just fell in love with it from day one, and I've never been in it to be famous or get rich or any of that.
Yeah.
I'm just in it because I love the fight. I love the team. I love the training atmosphere. So sorry if I do have any fans out there that are looking for it. I don't have it.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. You got an event coming up? Any matches coming up or events coming up?
Yeah, card hasn't been announced yet. I'm not sure who I've got. But the next match coming up is Havoc's 25th anniversary show.
Yep.
Which I'm really looking forward to. Like, that's a huge milestone for any sporting career, let alone something as physical and tolling as wrestling.
Yeah.
To hit 25 years and still be going as strong as he is absolute testament to him. Like, absolutely phenomenal. So I'm really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to what's going to come out. And I don't know what to expect. I haven't heard any announcements on any matches yet.
No, that's fair enough.
All I know is that it's coming up in October.
Do you know the date? Or?
Not off the top of my head, but I want to say around the 16th, something like mid October.
Yeah, I think it's sounds about right. 15, 16. So the links will be in the description below, guys. But obviously get on Wrestle Rampage Facebook, and you'll see the events all posted up there. And if you do follow Wrecking Ball's Facebook, you'll see all the events posted up on there as well. So make sure you're following that, following the Rampage page, so you can get behind them all. But that's pretty much all for us tonight, man. I appreciate you coming in and giving up your time and going through that. It's been a great chat. I'm sure everyone's going to love the stories that you put out. But I look forward to you hopefully obviously winning the national championship will be awesome.
Oh, that's the goal.
And obviously seeing what you have coming up, it's going to be a good ride.
Thank you so much for having me, man. I really appreciate it.
Easy.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for joining me on another episode of Beers and Brawls. Another big thank you to our guest, Wrecking Ball Will Gibson. It was awesome to have him on here and to hear his stories. As always, guys, all the links in the description will be below, so get on there, follow Wrestle Rampage, follow Wrecking Ball. Give us a like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Get behind our sponsors, Shifty Lizard. And until next time, cheers.